before we start the project, we have a projected budget based on the bidding and our understanding of the construction market and whatnot. And throughout the course of the project, we're going to be providing investors, how we're hitting our milestones based on our projections. So at any point, they're able to tell how we're doing with the project, right? And while at the same time monitoring the market values of the real estate product that we're developing, it's really like being able to track the value of your stock, but you also have a lot of control on what you can do if you think that, either the market is going to go down or, construction overruns and whatnot. Being vertically integrated helps us to control the value creation process from A to Z. So in my team, we have architecture engineers, we have civil engineers, we have mechanical engineers, we have MBAs. And I don't mean these are separate people. Those are, people who have backgrounds in both fields. So they can talk the construction, they can talk the architecture, they can talk the financials. Why did we think we're going to make it work? Well, I worked for one of the largest construction companies in the U.S. And even though, their turnover is on average $4.5 billion a year, having an engineering background, our mindset is all about efficiencies, right? Even if you're still making a profit on a project, if you didn't do it efficiently, that should not make you sleep at night. It's just how engineers are wired. We're all about improving processes and making sure things are as efficient as it can possibly be. All right. So, it takes a little bit of courage to go out there and do something that is different from what everybody else is doing and just think you're going to be successful. But it's also not magic, right? It's really just, knowing the technical aspect of it, understanding the numbers and understanding the execution and just going out and doing it. Yeah, so a home run project, the Traven project, which I started on. So it was 8 townhomes, a total of, on average, each townhouse was about 2,200 square feet. The opportunity was, I say not every developer could have done this project profitably because I acquired the lots very cheaply, but it was also because the lots were very challenging to build on. That's why, this was an already existing subdivision. Part of it was not completed because the developers sort of didn't want to deal with the construction challenges of developing that site. So for me, that was an engineering problem rather than something that is just impossible or something that is untouchable, right? I was like, okay, so we use software to model sites. We make 3D models of sites. We understand, what excavation needs to be done, how much dirt needs to be brought into the site or how much needs to be removed. So being able to understand the metrics of a project before even putting a shovel on the ground, it saves you a lot of money and it saves you a lot of uncertainties that many developers, because also remember, they don't have control of what's happening on the site really. So if they get somebody else to do it for them, most general contractors are going to be like, okay, they're billing you by the hour or by the project. And if you didn't specify the scope of work of what they're supposed to be doing, they'll come back to you and say, this challenging aspect of the site was not part of the contract. It's going to be an additional, $200,000 to get us to do this. And if you don't want to pay, what do? You already have a loan and, you're paying interest on it and you got to finish the project. So you have to pay the contractors. And that's really why most developers don't have a good relationship with general contractors, even though they can't do anything without them.